afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are back. No, I was not in jail for terminating or unliving anyone, okay? Not useless individuals, not worthwhile individuals, okay? New life. New garage. Limited, but as they say, tight is good. In many circumstances. Where's the tiger? And that happened because the shift sensor is broken. Yeah, for those of you who want to know how to tell, well, when your bike, you put it in neutral, you start it, and it cuts out. Because the sensor is thinking that from neutral it went to first gear without your input. That's a clear indication that's going to happen. And mine, well, after 4,000 kilometers going Northern Cape, I parked her, turned her on, and she said, "You know what, it's fucked now, boss, replace." But it coincided with the annual service, so that was good. But today we've got another issue. KTM being KTM. Let's have a look at, two errors. One minor, one major. The minor, front brake switch error. If you've ever owned a KTM, that's an error you will see at least once in your lifetime. It's like the Alfa Romeo owners, they will see their cars in the fluorescent lights of the mechanic's shop. Many times, else it's not an Alfa Romeo. Okay, so we'll take that apart, see if we can repair it. New one costs 2,500 rand. For a little piece of plastic shit that all it does is a button that tells the light to go on, and it still works, it's just throwing errors ever so often. So, that's the minor. The major one, which is even more expensive, at 5,500 rand, 3-week waiting time. Radiator fan failure. This one's okay. This one, there's a lot of resistance. Yeah. And of course, the top fan doesn't work on its own unless both work at the same time, so it doesn't spin, so your engine overheats. Bearing in mind that with a Super Duke, it rarely goes on because you are never under 80 kilometers an hour anyway. So, my attempt today is we're going to remove this because we have to replace it anyway, but let's see if we can salvage it. Maybe the bearing just needs lube, we hope. Or there's a faulty connection somewhere, which I doubt, given how much resistance there is here. And then, of course, the front brake switch. Where are you? Is it? It's so small, I can't even find it. Is what she said. Right there. This little piece of plastic, that's all it is. And of course it's not protected on a naked bike, so dirt can get in here, etc. Well, at least we know where KTM makes its profit margin. Okay, relatively straightforward. This whole contraption is basically hooked in at the top and only held with one bolt here. That's all. So once you loosen the bolt, you pull down and pull out. Now, I sincerely hope I don't have to do anything drastic here, so I'm going to finagle it and I'll let you know if there's a shortcut.
Okay, so I got the light in my mouth, and as you can see, it's hot.
So, what you can do, you can loosen the ABS device. Not really necessary, but any spare room is good. You loosen your radiator at the bottom. There are 2 bolts there. Then it can swing forward a little bit, and by pulling the pipe forward, because it is flexible, this thing will drop down and you can pull it out sideways, as I'm doing now. And because I don't have the light in my mouth, but there are 2 easy electrical clips you have to undo for the fans. Remember to mark them which fan is which. There we go. And she's out. Alright, I'm going to mark them with a bit of paint so I know which one's which. Okay, and there's the unit. These plugs, they're basically clipped in, slid in like this, so it keeps them in place. And there is a pipe here that's actually squished against the radiator. They could have made proper clips here, but never mind. So let's take the shrouds off, and let's see if we can remove these units. This one being the problem one. Oh, and it's made by Spal. Okay, you got the serial number? Might be cheaper just to get it from them. Italians on Austrian bikes. Yep, durability. Oh, and this unit, it's not just exclusive to the KTM Super Duke. The 1090, 1050, 1190, 1290, 2 current, they all use exactly the same unit. So if you need one, and now that I've shown you how to remove it on the quick, you could just, you know, visit your local parking lot at night. And as you figured, you can't get this thing off. This was pressed in, and I'm guessing because it's from 2018, the plastic is just gonna crack. So, I filled it now with electronics cleaner, maybe flush out all the dirt. Let's see. Let's give it some juice from the battery. Oh sure, just hook something up straight to the battery without a fuse. No, that's not backyard mechanic at all, shitnuts. Will you shut up or I'm going back on medication? The supposed broken fan? Okay. The good fan. Yeah, the bearings are completely fucked in that one. We're not going to be able to fix anything here. Alright, so not every DIY project ends in success. Yeah. Looks like I have to bite the bullet. Or let me see if I can get a second-hand one. I mean, Super Dukes get crashed, so do 1290s. Because I'm not waiting 3 weeks plus paying nearly 6 grand for this little unit. Let's see if I can't find maybe a direct import on this thing. Ideally, these things should have been... no. You don't make money like that. Okay, next. And 2 weeks later, a brand new unit. Only cost 4,500 rand, which is $23 US. You have to install the original OEM covers using the original bolts. And I also got the brake switch, which you can order from Brembo using this number. What is it? That's all it is. It really is a cheap piece of plastic. That's all. And no, there's no protection against water ingress, nothing. And it's attached. That's it. Alright, let's install the shit. Right, installation. I already marked this is the top switch. This pipe is from your air filter, so if you've got water, oil or debris, you can just unscrew it, clean that out, and put it back. While you're here, check the fluid level. And because this thing hooks in the top into these little grommets, do yourself a favor, put a bit of red rubber grease or silicone grease on that so it slides in easier. Remember the old adage? Adage? Never mind. The old saying, don't stick it in dry. Okay, tips for the lazy. You slide it in like this first, then you start connecting the connectors, and if your hand is small enough, route that pipe, which is a stupid idea, from the airbox against the radiator into those 2 clips on the side. Once that is done, down, up, and start connecting everything again. It does really help to loosen the ABS module. If you couldn't be bothered and you want extra work, remove, drain, etc. Okay, unfortunately you will have to take the side panel off. See that bloody hose that runs all the way up into your airbox? That is a pain to get in, so my recommendation to you, you grease that fucker up with a bit of light oiling and then just squish it in. Because it's rubber, it won't damage the radiator that much. And then you can at least fasten it. And while you're here, check that both bolts are here. I'm missing one, so good thing. And once that's done, tighten everything and put everything back. And there you go. This is all what's holding the switch. So you take a very fine screwdriver, pry, and it'll just come straight out. That's it. Now let's trace this wire. And of course, why make it difficult? It goes in here to the main wiring loom. Alright, so we have to loosen this one so the entire headlight pops forward. It's on hinges. Just remember this bolt also is your steering headlight alignment. So best is put a screwdriver in here, tape it off so you don't have to reset your headlight alignment. I said alignment too much. Right, Igor, the head is off. Bring me the brains. Okay, so 1, 2, then we can trace the wire further. Right, 1, 2, and there is another screw down here. They thread into plastic, so remember that, don't over tighten it. Once that's done, you gently bend these back and it'll pop off. And ta-da! Okay. Where are you? Of course. Tell me you're not underneath the tank. If I remember correctly, these are for heated grips. Yep, heated grips. Good memory. Okay, I need both hands and some wire cutters. And no, it's not a quick job. So, it goes all the way through here. Yoink. Comes out. Travels this line. And then is in there. Okay. By the way, kudos of the guy who was in here last. 6, 7 cable ties later, nothing was going... Ah, shit, that was me. Yeah, my handiwork was permanent. Never mind. So, what I'm going to try is see if that plug lifts up and out so I get more space. Because I really will not enjoy taking the tank off just to get there. Okay, so you could actually lift it and pull it out towards you a little. Right, as you can see, the red and yellow plug. We're gonna put some silicone grease on it, just for extra waterproofness. Looking at the original, I'm no electrical engineer, but this looks like the wires got pinched. I see no other shorts. I guess we'll just have to make a better job at installing it. Right. I swear upon to all the gods, next girlfriend is of Asian origin with really small fingers. There we go. And then don't forget to get this lined up again, or don't. Yeah. Just remember, when you are closing this, the screw from the headlight, make sure there's no cable in front of it or nothing is squished. And remember, if these things have got a gap, same as what your father told you, or YouTube influencer, if you got a bulge in the front, take care of that first. Rearrange. Fuck it. Okay. Cable tie, pop that back in, put a bit of silicone grease around it so it stops water ingress. And then test the bike. Yeah, that works. No brake sensor failure, although that usually only turns up when you take it out on the road. And if you get that error even after fitting this switch, then, my friend, you're going to have to chase that cable all the way to the ECU. Because chances are, maybe it's bent, there's a splice, worst case, your ECU or control unit is fucked. And hopefully that's not my problem, so... Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did not enjoy filming it.